Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So I was hoping this trend would continue upward, but it looks as if, unfortunately for all of us, XRP is making that head and shoulders pattern. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it there. If I draw the trend line here, you can see the neck is right about here. Okay, and we did not break above the neck. Okay, after this point here at about 6 a.m. Eastern Standard, we kept going down, moving downward, falling well below the neck. I mean, anything is possible just depending on the trend of the market. And sometimes, we have to kind of look and see what Bitcoin is doing, although Bitcoin seems to be losing momentum as well. So we did see some gains yesterday, and depending on what Bitcoin does in the next few hours or so will be probably reflected in XRP price as well. So you can see here, Bitcoin on the hourly, for those of you guys who can't see the chart, Bitcoin is just kind of hovering here in and amongst that $7,800 range, where buyers and sellers are finding that they are happy and agreeing to a Bitcoin price of about 78 to 7,900 per BTC. So if we break to the upside, maybe we could see some XRP movement reversal. We could see us continuing back up. But right now, as it's looking, we're seeing a lot of downward pressure. The volume bars are depicting that as well. And right now we need to get above 22.5 cents to really kind of make any more upward pressure. First things first, though, getting above this neckline here in the short term. So that's 0.218. But guys, ultimately, this is just the hourly, and we know day-to-day trends change all the time. If you look at on the daily, a monumentous day yesterday followed by a bit of a downtrend, and so this tends to happen. Now the question is, what will the following days bring? Will we continue to see some slow upward building pressure? Another giant spike upward? I mean, that's a possibility as well. We did see a huge spike upward yesterday. So this is the thing with technical analysis. Depending on the time frame you look at, will dictate what you think about the trend. And of course, the trend is always going to be different on the shorter time frames and on the larger time frames. Guys, I saw this when I was doing some of my research today. XRP insider trading seen after Binance adds futures. And so some people are suspecting that there was some insider trading going on, and that's possibly why we saw the price of XRP spike, although many other coins in the cryptocurrency market did spike as well. So I don't know how accurate this is. Nevertheless, we know that Binance added their futures contracts on the Binance Futures Exchange, and so now XRP isn't among those cryptocurrencies to be added to the Binance Futures trading platform, joining the likes of BTC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. So down here they discuss how we saw an XRP price spike over the last day, and now how it's dropping. And so it seems to be a little fishy, although again, the rest of the crypto space did follow. Now, did the rest of the crypto space follow because XRP jumped? I don't actually know the answer to that, but down here they're saying, as it is common nowadays, XRP began the move hours before Binance made its announcement, indicating that insiders and those in the know caught wind of the new addition at least 3 hours before it was made public. Had this activity occurred on the American Stock Exchange, this would possibly be classified as insider trading, an illegal practice punishable by up to 20 years of imprisonment in the United States. So insider trading, it's possible. I mean, this market is still not regulated the same way as we regulate the stock market, okay? It still has some hurdles to jump through. We still need to keep moving forward in order for it to be fully regulated. And, again, this is part of the problem why we don't see Wall Street really getting into cryptocurrencies at the same rate that they would if regulation was very, very clear. Now, some people are talking about, well, maybe they're waiting for regulation to become clearer, and that propped up stock market that we've been hearing so much about will eventually crash, because once there is a new asset class that Wall Street and other institutional investors can put their money into, they won't need to worry. They won't need to have to hold cash on the sidelines. They can just put it into cryptocurrency. So some are thinking that maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe that the powers that be know this market is being propped up, and they're all just kind of waiting for that perfect moment for cryptocurrency regulations to pass, and then the carpet will be ripped out from under everybody. Anyway, that's a bit of a conspiracy theory. Nevertheless, just going back to insider trading here, I mean, I don't put it past anybody. This could have had an effect depending on who's trading and how much money they are are putting into the market. Could one person or a couple of people have coordinated this to see XRP rise 15% in 24 hours? It's interesting. All this, when this is coming to light here. Now, this from XRP_Canada on Twitter. I got to thank my man, XRP_Canada. Guys, if you are not following him, give him a follow on Twitter. He says, in quotes, "Oh no, this can't be good for XRP." Close quotes, sigh. If you take some time to look into BITBOX, they barely process any XRP transactions. There's no volume. If anyone is buying XRP, it will be on more liquid exchanges like Binance, and I couldn't agree more. So you guys heard this. There is an exchange that actually delisted XRP as of late. And I recently went to the liquidity index. I don't actually have it up here, but BITBOX doesn't even rank in the top 100 exchanges worldwide for liquidity, period. So these guys are small players, and XRP_Canada does have a very, very good point. If you aren't seeing the liquidity for a certain cryptocurrency, and this is why Binance is delisting coins all the time, if you're just not seeing that liquidity, then, what's the point of having the coin? And I don't think this necessarily speaks ill of XRP in particular, but, BitBox, their trust score here is a 2 out of a potential 10, it looks like. So out of liquidity, 1, scale, not even rated here, API coverage 0.5. So that gives us a 2 out of 10. Question mark for regulatory compliance and estimated reserves. So guys, not a very trusted exchange. And so I did a little bit more research on BitBox as well. And here's just their main website here. And I've noticed, okay, they have the markets down here. But then I see this link blockchain designed for everyone, current link price, link distributed on BitBox, and link market cap. And then down here they have link updates, digest technology of link, digest link distribution plans, and report link weekly reports. So these guys heavily linked with link. Go figure. And could that have something to do with their delisting of XRP? I don't know. Again, just speculating here at the moment, but it looks like these guys are in cozy with the Link token. Maybe they have a partnership of some kind behind the scenes that they don't want us to know about. I also looked here at Cointelligence, the BitBox exchange review, and so down here it says transaction fees, so it gives you what they charge in transaction fees. However, for payments with Link, discounts are offered. So do they have an inside deal with Link? I don't know. Maybe that's already public knowledge, and they do. I haven't looked into it any further than this. Guys, it doesn't surprise me, and I'm not worried. I would be more worried if Binance said, we are delisting XRP. That's when I would be worried. We are seeing more and more and more exchanges linking XRP to trading pairs, and so that's the kind of thing we really have to focus on, not these random little, piddly exchanges delisting because they just don't have the liquidity. Maybe it's in their best interest, and you know what? If it's a business decision for them, by all means, I'm not going to begrudge you for doing that. Guys, I also saw this, and so this was great. Ripple CTO, I'm the Anti-Satoshi, says David Schwartz. So Ripple Chief Technical Officer David Schwartz, who is said to be the brain behind the cryptocurrency idea that is today referred to as XRP, has claimed that he is the Anti-Satoshi. So he was at an event with the CEO of Ava Labs and the professor at Cornell University, Emin Gun Sirer, who averted to, so this guy, so Emin says, he's a proponent of proof of work, and he says proof of work was the only robust way to build consensus protocols before his firm launched the Avalanche protocol. So Emin said, let's not forget the impact proof of work has on the environment. Until recently, proof of work was the only robust way to build consensus protocols. But after the Avalanche protocol was unveiled, working on proof of work is anachronistic. So there was an XRP supporter in the crowd who said, yeah, but XRP has been in existence since 2012. So more than just a few years, right? This year, it's been 8 years now since XRP has been around. Maybe not under that name, but at least the technology surrounding it has. Emin says he suspected Ripple's professional centralized management of the vast number of nodes in the network has helped keep the network up. Well, David Schwartz would have none of that. David Schwartz, however, responded saying Satoshi Nakamoto erred, but the most amazing thing the Bitcoin initiator did was that he realized a system having those properties could be useful. This is essentially saying that, he had a good idea, but the technology is, it became outdated. Owing to this, he said, Ripple's XRP solved the problem by introducing a better node validator, solving the inherent Bitcoin problems in a traditional way. To some extent, I'm the anti-Satoshi by solving the same problem in a much more traditional non-traditional way, favoring safety and offering partition tolerance. So that from David Schwartz. And for those of you guys who do not know who Emin Gun Sirer is, he is the CEO of Ava Labs. And when I did a little bit more research on Ava Labs, I realized that these guys are probably the most likely to be competition with Ripple. So what is Ava? Ava is a powerful new platform for new assets, markets, and decentralized applications that aims to tackle some of the toughest problems in the financial ecosystem and decentralized ledger platforms today. Ava is highly performant, scalable, customizable, and modular. It is highly suited for creating, discovering, and trading digital assets frictionlessly. It offers fully customizable marketplaces for deploying and exchanging assets in a secure and compliant manner. End result, a groundbreaking fabric for finance which bridges permissioned, private, and permissionless public chains into one interoperable framework, enabling more efficient and liquid markets, unstoppable and composable decentralized applications, and new economic primitives. So these guys also tackling DeFi, looking to get into the financial ecosystem, and could they realistically be a problem for Ripple? I don't think so. Ultimately, we know the proof is in the partnerships. Again, guys, this is Emin Gun Sirer's Twitter, and there's going to be a lot of room for people to work in this space. Okay, I think Ripple has their sight laser focused on what they're going to do, and Ava Labs, they might work. I mean, there might be some overlap, but I could realistically see it going this way. Ripple focused on cross-border payments, not stepping on any toes. Ava Labs going to probably do something within DeFi, not stepping on anybody's toes. I think eventually down the road, Ripple will become so big, so powerful, and so wealthy as a company that they will now be able to buy out or, buy up these smaller fintech firms and these smaller ideas, and they will be able to use their blockchain and their technology and XRP in order to do the same thing that these guys are going to do. That's my thought. Now, this is maybe a decade away. I don't know, but guys, this is how I think Ripple will eventually grow. Anyways, David Schwartz telling it like it is. He is the Anti-Satoshi, guys. What do you think of this bold statement? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.